we're going to get cracking now. You're going to be the opening shot. What's his name? Rocko?
Rocko, yeah. Right. Get all his dribbling.
Right, Jay. Firstly, mate, tell anyone that doesn't know the area that well, because I've never been here before. Where have you brought me?
We're at Roundhay Park, yeah, in Leeds. So it's about 10 minutes from where I live. So I thought you can come and trek to us, and we'll do the video here.
And who have you brought with you?
This is my little dog Rocko. This is our family dog Rocko. Yeah, so he's a big teddy bear.
Yeah, he's quite good company actually. You were telling me he's 9 years old?
Yeah, he's 9. Yeah, so he's getting on a bit for a big dog. Yeah, he's well looked after, so he's still full of energy and that. But yeah, he's 9. He's getting on now.
You get him out quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah. He's always out and about.
And
loves attention.
We've had to come up away from the water because
the water dogs. Newfoundlands are water dogs, yeah. So I don't want him dragging both of us in water. That would be very, very good.
So we've come out for a bit of a chat, which we'll talk in more depth about later, about your extension at the club.
Yeah.
But we were just going to have a little bit of a conversation beforehand, talk about it was actually touched on recently in Millsy's Heritage podcast about your journey to date in Rugby League.
Yeah.
So where did it start, mate?
Well, in Rugby League.
Yeah. Well, no, go on in rugby.
We'll go full depth.
Yeah.
It started. I was about four years old. I started playing rugby union at Moortown Rugby Club. My dad started coaching me there. I obviously always watched him playing growing up, and then stayed playing that up until I was about 15, but then I crossed over to Rugby League. My cousin Travis got me down to Stanley Rugby Club when I was about 10 years old, so played amateur there, and then I got picked up at Bradford Bulls scholarship when I was 16 years old. So I did 6 years there, 7 years, something like that at Stanley, and then obviously did the scholarship ranks at Bradford Bulls, then started the academy, 17 years old, something like that, and then lockdown happened, had a bit of a rubbish year, only playing a couple of games, and then I got a first team call up at Bradford it was end of 2021. Going into 2022, obviously just in and around training, and then I did a full year of just playing reserves within like the first team training, and then obviously I went out on loan to Cornwall. It was playing League One, and then it was beginning of 2023 when I made my championship debut for Bradford. Had a decent season, then a little bit of a breakthrough year, and then obviously 2024 one of the starting lads got injured and I got to kick on straight from the beginning of the season, so basically played every game of that championship season, and then back end of the 2024 year got a bit of a call up from Wakefield about talking about the opportunity to maybe go and sign in 2026, so next year. So then was in talks with Millsy and Powley and that, got to meet a few of them, and then got a phone call randomly saying that they want to sign me for 2025. So overnight basically I had to quit my job obviously, and then being part-time working for my old man, and then got the gig of full-time. So since January of this year I've been full-time at Wakey, yeah.
A player at your age at that point is full-time, just once that call comes in, saying there's your opportunity.
Yeah.
You just got to grab it, yeah.
Obviously, you're playing rugby, obviously I'm not as young as your Harvey Smiths and Ellises, but you always want to be a full-time rugby player. And I probably did it the long way around, doing it part-time and working, playing championship, and then hopefully working my way up, and then obviously got the opportunity and got the call up from Wakefield, and I'd have been daft to turn it down, because the original plan was to be obviously signing the deal for next year, for 2026, and then finding out that next week you'll be full time. It was a bit of a shock to the system. I didn't really know what to expect. I've never been involved in that sort of environment, but you know, when I signed, the lads have been class, all the coaches and that, everyone was mint, mate. So still got a lot to learn, like, but yeah, it's been a good journey so far.
So then joining Wakey, what were your expectations this year when you first came in?
To be honest, when I first signed, Paulie and Shenny and Kerma and all that spoke, it was just for me this year was just to getting used to the full-time environment, and just getting used to training every day and looking after yourself. And obviously I've still got a lot to learn, but just getting up in terms of skill and rugby knowledge. So I didn't even expect to play at all this year. I thought maybe it'd be a long-term thing, and I might get a gig next year if there's any sort of injuries. But you know, there's been a couple of bumps and bruises, and I got the call up this year. Obviously, I was quite lucky. I know it's not ideal for Salford, but with them not having a very good run this year, me and Ellis obviously got the call up to make our debuts, and then after that, Paulie put his faith in me to obviously have a run out against Hull FC when Tom first got injured, and then I think I did enough just to sort of stay in and around the team, and yeah, they've put the faith in me and obviously given me the opportunity to play, and yeah, it's been class. Yeah, I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Some parallels between, you said that at Bradford you got your opportunity through injury, and I don't think that's an uncommon story in rugby league.
No.
But again, Tom, were you always ready for that moment? Because he was so steady through the season, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I didn't. Oh, nice. I didn't think after the Salford game that I would get a run in. But obviously, I was playing reserves. I've been on dual reg at Batley. Oh, get that on video. Come this way. Cut.
Is that normal? Yeah.
Cut. Sorry, I didn't think he'd actually jump in. You divvy. Come on, don't get your camera soaking wet. This way. Are you going to be alright, yeah? Are you sure? Right, we'll see you soon then.
To be fair, he did warn me.
Yeah, mate, but I didn't. With it being a drop, I didn't think he'd be dumb enough to do that. Obviously, he was.
Where were we?
What were we talking about now?
Oh, about Tom.
Tom, yeah. So obviously, I got my gig at Batley. Got to do dual reg there, so I was still playing regular championship. Had a few reserve games, so I was just ready to just sort of kick on with that and just stick out playing every week and just training in full-time environment. And then Tom got a bit of a knock, and I got the call up. It was last minute. I just got the call on the day. Obviously, it wasn't the best game to play in. We ended up losing it, but you know, Paulie still had faith. Thought I'd done enough to sort of stay in and around the squad. You know, because there's we've got real depth to our squad. There's some players in there that could have definitely taken my position, but you know, he had faith in me. So yeah, thankful for that.
You mentioned Ellis before when you spoke about your debut. I was doing a bit of work with him before I left the ground today, and I said, "Can you give me anything to ask Jay whilst we're out?" And he said, "All I know is he's got a tattoo somewhere." You mentioned.
Oh, which one? Yeah, I've got this tattoo. Me and my missus we've just got a matching tattoo when we went on holiday. A little bit cheesy, but you know, it's a personal thing. Just like it's a song, Hourglass from Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Nice.
And then the other one, I can't show you that one. It's on my bum cheeks. So yeah, I don't know which one he's talking about, but yeah, if he's talking about this one, yeah.
When was the second one acquired? I'm assuming that's not.
This one is recent. The other one was when I was younger. I was silly in Magaluf and I'd had a few too many drinks and and got that done. Yeah, bit of a daft decision.
Bradford is Starboy. Is that the nickname you were?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's. To be honest, I don't know who actually come up with it. I think with it, obviously every club has a star boy when you've got like a young lad coming through the ranks and the break into the first team. Obviously, so I think it was one of the media guys at Bradford that just come up with it, and then yeah, everyone calls me it there at Bradford, but it's not really a nickname. That I think a little bit corny in it, but
was it accompanied by a song, or was it just?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't from a song. I think it was just from like social media posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of lads now, they take the mick a bit and say up Starboy and all that, but you know, nah, not associated to that now.
One of my highlights of the year, from a camera side of things, was walking towards the away fans after that huge Giants win.
Yeah.
And that you just seem to have acquired a song out of nowhere.
Yeah, mate, how mad is that? Yeah, a few of the boys were saying that it's taken them a couple of years to get a song.
Yeah.
I got a song that quick. Yeah, mate, that was mental. I don't know whoever like thought of that song, but yeah, it's surreal. Like, obviously, as a kid, you grow up and you're in the stands and you're singing the songs, and then to be then playing in a derby game like that, well, sort of a derby game against someone like Huddersfield, and then putting a big win on them, and then getting 2 tries, and then coming off after the game and getting a sing song like that, yeah, it's class.
It just seems to have happened naturally, because usually you see the fans talking in the forums, oh, shall we try this, shall we try that?
Yeah.
Whereas that one just seemed to literally come from
that
performance.
I think it's been pinched from Lee Leopard's.
Right.
I think Tessie Neo, I think it is, who has that song, but I'm not arsed. It's
class,
good
isn't
to have
it? It proper
good to have
rings
a
out.
song, yeah.
And I've since heard it coming out of North Stand, which is really where you want to hear it. But
yeah, I've been sent some good videos. Yeah, obviously I've seen it on your clips and stuff, but sent videos from fans and that. Yeah, it's mental to have that many people obviously like chanting your name during a Super League game. Yeah, it's surreal.
What's it like being around as a good, strong core contingent of young players now, coming up through Wakey?
Yeah.
Obviously Ellis, Harv, Pratty.
Yeah, I think people forget Corey's only a year above me. People forget how young Wakefield's team is. So, you know, to be surrounded by, you know, I was new to the team, but then to go in and you've got plenty of lads at a similar age, you know. Yeah, I think, but like, just because we're young, obviously, people don't realise how committed like younger players are, you know, because we're obviously thriving to be like the older players. So I think that's why we are doing so well, because you've got people like Shenny and Pauli and Kermo pushing us. So, you know, we're always, you know, trying to strive for decent standards. And like you say, you saw me and Corey always training together and stuff. Like, to have someone who's my age then also pushing me, and then you've got the older blokes pushing you, you know, to do better. Couldn't really ask for a better team, to be honest. Yeah.
Is there anyone in particular that you formed strong friendships with?
Yeah, me and Lockie get on really well. I get on, to be honest, I'm quite a quiet person, like at training and that. I'm not really that outgoing. I just sort of keep myself to myself. Get on really well with everyone, like, but you know, I'm not like pally with one person and not pally with the other. I get on with anyone in that team, but me and Lockers and that is just a crazy Australian, so how can you not like him?
When I was asking that question, I had that thought actually. I haven't seen you really, you know, giving all your time to a certain group or whatever. You just seem to bounce around. And
yeah, keep myself to myself and, you know, just turn up, train. It's a job at the end of the day, innit? You know, I get on with everyone. We all have plenty of coffees together, plenty of food, plenty of darts and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't really, like outside of rugby, to be honest, I don't really meet up with anyone. I've just always been like that. It's just how I am, to be honest. So, but you know, there's a lot of the lads here, they're always golfing together and stuff like that. But in my spare time, I just sleep, to be honest. I sleep and take my dog out, that's about it.
Well, you mentioned coffee there, mate. I think we're going to try and grab one, just to finish this off. So.
Yeah, we'll go get one, mate. Yeah.
All right, mate, class. What do you reckon?
Are you guys closed?
Yeah, we're closed.
Right, okay, no worries.
Right, mate. We'll try there then, shall we?
We'll go around, yeah.
So we're here anyway, this whole thing today is that you're the second announcement this week regarding a contract extension.
Yeah.
So when was your original one ending?
It was 2027 with an option of another year, but obviously they sort of, being open, they awarded me sort of by giving me an extension and you know, obviously it's probably a bit of a pay rise sort of thing in the long run. So they said after I'd, you know, played a couple of games that they were happy with sort of my performance and the trajectory that I'm going in. So you know, they've awarded me with that extension, and you know, I snapped at it. You know, it's been a class journey so far. So you know, I want to have a dig at it and sort of cement my name in this team. You know, the coming years, because we're off on the up now. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good few years. How
extended until?
I've signed till 2030 now, so the next 5 years I'll be here, yeah. So sign my life away now, yeah.
So is this probably now your longest period where you can really like set yourself some rational targets and cement a place somewhere.
To be honest, I think that's sort of why they was sort of keen on keeping me here, because when I originally signed, some of the targets were for next year, and we sort of hit them already. I think that I sort of progressed a little bit quicker than what I thought I was going to do and what they thought I was going to. So I think over the next few years, I think Wakefield will get the best out of me. I couldn't really ask for a better club. We've got all the facilities, all the coaching staff, got all the experience, all the players, still got the youth coming through. Can't really ask for a better club, yeah.
How does that pair with finding out yesterday's news with Powley and Chenny?
Yeah, it's nice to know that the guys that brought me in and give me the opportunity and put the faith in me are obviously still sticking, while me and obviously the other young lads are going to be coming up through these next few years. So to know that they're going to be here, obviously it's massive. So
give people, fans that might not know, like an insight. How do those conversations usually come about
in terms of the contracts?
Yeah.
Well, it starts through like wording with your agent and a few phone calls and stuff, and then obviously I actually signed the deal when we was away in the week off. Mills is on everything. He's one step ahead of everything. So they sort of came at me with an offer that I couldn't really turn down. It's not in terms of just like money and stuff, just a bit of security, and with the way the club's going, I couldn't really ask to be in a better place, So I just got a few phone calls, a few little chats here and there, and then signed the actual contract while I were on holiday. Yeah, so it were quite good. Yeah,
Does it move quite fast then? Yeah, to like the nuts.
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't like they're rushing to get you signed, but there's no need to hang around. Like, touch wood, it don't happen. But imagine I didn't sign that deal and then got to do my ACL, and I'm only here for maybe the next 2 years, and so to get that security of knowing for the next few years that I'll be in a stable club and hopefully in the first team and playing regularly, it's something I couldn't turn down. Yeah.
Earlier in the season, that the winger spots were changing, and Matty, Lockie, and what have you. And fans would sometimes say we need one more in and stuff like that. But both Powley and Millsy, and obviously Shani alongside him, and the whole coaching staff, said that you're right there, ready to start making your progression into that spot. And again, for next year, they said Jayden's who we want to take that role, a local lad, an English lad. Does that give you confidence?
Yeah, massive. When Powley said to me that there was sort of in talks with someone overseas, bringing someone over. Because it was known that Lockie originally wasn't going to be here, so they were going to sign an experienced Australian. And for him to put the faith in me, and obviously he's put the faith in Lockie. Lockie's proved himself massively this year, I think. So for him to put faith in me to be that sort of runner-up spot, it's a massive confidence boost. Obviously, I'm not going to let that get to my head or anything. I'm still miles off where I want to be and where obviously the coaches need me to be, but to have someone like Daryl Powell back you and back your skill, and you've got people like Shen and Kermo and Gailey and constantly, giving you positivity and sort of telling you to stick at the level you're at because you're doing really well. It's massive for me, because I've obviously grown up watching them people. I've played against Kermo, like these guys are class players, and then obviously someone like Daryl Powell, how good of a coach he is. If he's saying that you're doing all right, then you must be doing something decent. Yeah.
By the end of this deal, you'll be 25? 27?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
22, yeah, so I'll be 27.
So, obviously, the Ashes is back around.
Yeah.
Does England and international representation, does it enter your mind?
Yeah, or? It does, but also I think I've sort of just got to go one step at a time. Like, when I was at Bradford, my goal was to make first team debut, did that. My goal was to cement myself in the team, I think I did that. This year was just to get into the full-time sort of environment. I've done that, sort of getting my feet steady on the ground, doing that, and then it was to make my Super League debut. That was for next year. I've done that this year, so I don't know. Maybe over the next couple of seasons it might be something that sort of enters my head, but I'm probably a bit of a way off at the minute. But who knows? If I start playing regularly, if I'm doing well enough, you know. There's been a few times where lads have been injured in that England setup, and lads that you wouldn't have thought would have played end up playing. So who knows? It's not something that, you know, I'm sort of like thinking about day-to-day basis. But I mean, to represent your country would be massive. But you know, it's not a big worry for me. If I just being able to play Super League, but just being a rugby player is just, it's massive. It's a dream job, isn't it? So I'm sort of happy with the way I'm going at the minute. Yeah.
And then where was I going to end this? Oh, you joined Wakey right at a transitional period.
Yeah.
Almost from the start of that transition. So over the next coming 3, 4, 5 years, this club's going to change drastically.
Yeah.
Where can you see it going to, and how big can it go?
Mate, it's a tough question, that, because I think with the way the club's going already, people wrote us off at the beginning of the year, not even making top 8, and look where we are now. I know obviously we're 7th at the minute, but I think if we perform how we should, we'll make top 6. So for a team to come from relegation to then come into the top 6 in the first year, it's massive. So I think the club's just going up and up and up. You know, Matt and his family are looking after everyone in terms of facilities and putting money into the ground. You know, I didn't see the club what it was like before, but I've heard, and it's day and night to how much it's changed. And you know, the facilities, it's ridiculous how good the facilities are. So obviously he's got big plans for the club, and you know, the coaches, the players, we've all got the same mindset, and that's for the club to be at the top level and do the best. And you know, I think over the next few years, Wakefield will do the best, and you know, I think over the next few years we'll be looking at top 4 club, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And then finally, we touched on it already, but in a short space of time, you've got quite a relationship and rapport going with the fans.
Yeah.
The numbers are up this year already, but hopefully we can keep that trend upwards, fill that ground, and hear that chant even louder than.
Yeah, mate. It's ridiculous. I've never, obviously, coming from Championship, you don't see crowds like that, but I've never known fans like that. They're unreal, mate. And obviously, we were touching on it earlier. To have a song and that song about you, it's. I think the fans and the players have a really good connection, and they are. I don't think they realise how big of effect they have on our games. You know, with them turning up in big numbers to away games, it's massive for us. So you know, for them to just to stick with us and stick with us for the rest of the season. You know, I think it's going to be a good end to the season, and you know, for the years coming. The stadium only getting extended, so we just need more fans to be coming down. Yeah.
Class. Well, we'll end it there, mate. Congrats on another new deal.
Yeah.
Really look forward to seeing you back out there sometime soon.
Cheers, mate.
And yeah.
Lovely.
Happy?
Yeah. That was good, that. Nice little chat.
I covered loads, to be fair, right? That could be like an hour podcast if I wanted it to be, I think. So, no, sweet.
Some editing going on.
Yeah.
With dog zooming in on dog falling. That'd be a good laugh.